Wayne Breezy, you can do anything. You can change anything that you want to change for the 49ers moving forward. What's the first thing that comes to mind for you?
I think the first thing that I would do, John, is I would hire an offensive coordinator. I think there's a lot going on with the head coaching position, just being in charge of everything. So when you're the head coach, you're in charge of this coach, this coach, this coach, this coach, this coach, this coordinator, this coordinator, this coordinator. Like you're just in charge. And it's one thing being in charge and overall and overseeing just about everything. But then when you're also the head coach and a coordinator, you're double dipping. And sometimes you're going to slack in an area. And I'm not going to take away Kyle being a great play caller. I think that's what he is. But I think he's not that great. He's not great of a head coach yet because he hasn't won anything. And I think it's fair to say that, right? He doesn't even have a winning record if you really want to get down to the nitty-gritty of it. Now, I think you start with the offensive coordinator and then you get on the same page. You get your offensive coordinator and your head coach. Being that our head coach is an offensive guy, they find a way to get on the same page. That's the first thing that I would do. When you look back to that 2019 team, even though Kyle was the OC of that team, he trusted somebody to run things a certain way under his regime, right? And so I feel like that team, that run, it was a better team than the 2022 team we're currently in. And if you start with the offensive coordinator, I know a lot of people want to turn off injuries and do that. You can't. It's football. Injuries are going to happen. Doesn't matter who's coordinating, coaching, or whatever. They're going to happen. But I think the coordinator would be a really nice breath of fresh air for head coach Kyle Shanahan. And it can be a little bit more creative and give these defenses a different look. And I think that's what's going on right now.
Man, it's interesting. Yeah, I just finished the offensive breakdowns, and everybody was open. You know what I mean? And I felt like Jimmy was throwing the deep ball very, very well. They just couldn't get out of their own way. I don't see a way. I'll say this. I think it would be beneficial to have offensive coordinator, but would you want Kyle still calling the plays? Because there's no way Kyle would ever give up the plays. Now, that's not the exercise we're doing here. Kyle's never given that up. But you would change the play caller or just
I would let's say you're Kyle and you're never gonna give up, but you trust me to give you these looks. Hey, Kyle, gotcha. Look, if you do this and you do that, this can work. Get that statistics guy out of the effing booth and let's go with a play caller and a head coach that are on the same page. That's what I said originally. They just have to be on the same page. And sometimes, John, you check me. Sometimes I'm able to check you just to get not a check, but just to give you a different sight of a vision, just to say, hey, this will still work, but we could try it this way and watch. They won't be ready, Kyle. They won't be ready, John. That's what we need.
I love it, man.
A checks and balance.
Look at this dude. Look at this dude.
On
checks
point.
And balances. Yeah, I'm with you.
The 49ers Rush Podcast.